Ask your pharmacist or lose your rights. Last year, the U.S. Supreme Court handed down a decision in a case called Mensing, which deprives people wrongfully injured by defective generic drugs from the right to seek compensation in a court of law. In its decision, the court ruled that someone injured by an original drug like Vioxx had a right to bring suit for injuries wrongfully sustained, but not makers of the generic form of the drug. The generic drug manufacturer may not be held responsible, according to the court, despite having full knowledge that people will be hurt and that warnings are inadequate. The reasoning for the Supreme Court's decision is that while the law permits the original drug manufacturer to change warnings on drugs on its own, a generic drug company needs FDA approval to do so. The decision creates tremendous problems from a public health perspective. While name brand drug companies have incentive to tell your doctor as soon as they learn of new dangers associated with taking a prescription drug, generic drug manufacturers have no such incentive. They have no fear of answering for the failure to warn of dangers known to the manufacturer. The problem now created for consumers is simple. When you go into a drugstore, you are more often than not getting the generic drug when you think you are getting the brand name drug. It is not until you are injured that you find out that you received the generic form of the drug, and therefore you have unknowingly lost all of your legal rights. The problem is, of course, compounded by the influence of insurance companies that are constantly creating pressure for patients to receive the most inexpensive care possible. So, what then can you do to protect yourself and your family? First, if possible, make sure you are getting the name brand drug. Second, make sure you know the risks associated with the drugs you are taking. This includes fully disclosing and discussing with your doctor your own medical history and whether there are any reported side effects by others with similar conditions. Lastly, write your senator and congressperson asking that the law be changed so that you and your family are protected. Thank you.